time.
It's only a matter of time before James starts feeling the heat from fans who keep raising their expectations for the new DCU Superman movie. And now, the pressure just got even heavier. Experts are saying DC has to save Warner Brothers from ending up like Fox. We're here to break it all down, from hidden pressure Easter eggs to the growing weight on James Gunn's shoulders, plus the one condition he set for David Corenswet before casting him as Superman. So, let's dive in, shall we? Warner Brothers Discovery is putting a lot of faith in James Gunn's new Superman movie, and for good reason. This is the first major film in the revamped DC universe, and it's supposed to set the stage for everything that comes next. With David Corenswet taking on the role of Superman, there's a ton of pressure for this movie to not just do well at the box office, but also win over fans and critics. According to reports from Puck, Warner Brothers Discovery is practically hinging its future on the success of this film. The stakes are so high that some insiders believe if DC can't get this right, the studio could end up in the same position as Fox before Disney bought them out in 2019. One Warner Brothers veteran even stated that a major part of the company's stock price depends on proving that DC properties actually matter. David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, is betting big on this reboot, and Superman is the movie that's supposed to prove that gamble was worth it. The thing is, this isn't just about how much money the movie makes. Sure, a strong box office performance is important, but DC Studios also needs to win back audience trust. The last few years of the DCEU were tough. Things started okay, but over time, fans started checking out. By the time 2023 wrapped up, every DC movie that came out that year ended up underperforming, which just made people lose even more interest. That's why Superman has to be a hit across the board. It needs strong reviews, great word of mouth, and something that makes fans feel excited about DC again. A lot of that will depend on how the film is received, not just in terms of money, but in making sure people actually care about the new direction the franchise is taking. Despite the pressure, there are already signs that Superman has a real shot at pulling this off. For one, James Gunn is a huge selling point. His work on the Guardians of the Galaxy movies for Marvel was a massive success, both critically and financially. That makes a difference because general audiences trust him to make a fun, well-made superhero film. Plus, Gunn is fully involved. He wrote, directed, and is producing the movie. That level of creative control usually leads to a more focused and well-crafted final product. On top of that, the approach to this new DCU already feels fresh. Instead of another origin story, they're dropping Superman into a world where superheroes already exist. That gives the movie a sense of history and depth, which could help it stand out from other comic book movies. Another big plus is the supporting cast. While the movie is first and foremost about Clark Kent's journey, there will be plenty of other heroes making appearances. The key here is that these characters aren't just being thrown in to set up spin-offs. They actually serve a purpose in Superman's story. That should make for a richer, more layered film while also teasing the larger world of the DCU in a way that feels natural. Of course, we won't really know how well Superman does until it hits theaters, but the early signs are promising. The first trailer, which dropped in December 2024, generated a lot of excitement. Now, people are just waiting to see what comes next. Since the movie is still in post-production, it's unclear when the next trailer will arrive, but when it does, it'll give fans an even better idea of what to expect. For now, though, all eyes are on this summer when Superman finally makes his return to the big screen. Meanwhile, there's also been some interesting behind-the-scenes news about David Corenswet's casting. Before he officially got the role, James Gunn had one specific condition that Corenswet had to agree to. In a recent interview with Time magazine, Gunn shared that he wanted to make sure Corenswet would treat everyone on set with kindness and respect. This was a big deal for Gunn because he's seen what happens when actors or directors let their egos take over a production, and he didn't want any of that for his Superman film. Gunn even compared Corenswet to past collaborators like John Cena and Chris Pratt, saying that he saw the same down-to-earth attitude in him. According to Gunn, Corenswet just naturally embodies the spirit of Superman, even down to his personal taste in music, which apparently includes a lot of old jazz standards. This story says a lot about the kind of environment Gunn wants to create for the DCU. Casting someone as Superman isn't just about getting the right look or acting skills, it's also about making sure the person behind the role represents what the character stands for. If DC Studios had gone with someone who caused problems on set, it could have hurt the entire franchise in the long run. Gunn's approach suggests that they're thinking long-term, making sure that the person carrying the Superman mantle is someone who will be a positive presence both on and off screen. It's refreshing to see that kind of mindset, especially considering all the chaos that plagued the DCEU over the years. If the new DCU is going to work, they need as little drama as possible behind the scenes. With Superman only a few months away from release, it won't be long before audiences get to see if all of this careful planning actually pays off. Recently, some new footage from the Superman movie was revealed at CinemaCon, giving fans another glimpse at what's in store. One of the standout moments from this footage involved Superman being rescued by his dog, Krypto. The scene picks up from a moment in the teaser trailer where Superman is badly injured and calls out to Krypto for help. Krypto ends up dragging him to the Fortress of Solitude, where a group of robot assistants rush in to heal him. In a fun little moment, one of the robots even gets starstruck when Superman acknowledges it, adding a bit of Gunn's signature humor into the mix. Aside from that, the footage also gave more insight into the movie's action and supporting characters. There were shots of heroes like Hawkgirl and Green Lantern using their powers, which suggests that Superman will have a lot of company in this film. Another scene featured an intimate moment between Clark Kent and Lois Lane, hinting at how their relationship will be explored in the movie. Based on these glimpses, it's clear that this film isn't just about big action sequences, it's also putting effort into character dynamics and world building. Gunn's distinct style is already making itself known in what we've seen so far. While the first teaser made the movie seem more serious, the new footage confirms that there will be plenty of lighter moments as well. That balance between humor and emotion is something Gunn has always been good at, and it seems like he's bringing that approach to Superman. It makes sense too. Superman has always been a character with a sense of optimism and warmth, so a movie that captures that spirit should be a good fit for him. With so much riding on this movie, it's no surprise that every new detail is being analyzed closely. If Superman delivers, it could set up the DCU for a strong future. But if it falls flat, Warner Bros. Discovery is going to have a serious problem on its hands. For now, though, everything seems to be moving in the right direction. The real test will come when the movie finally hits theaters and audiences get to decide for themselves if this new version of Superman is the one they've been waiting for. And that's our take on why DC is going all in on Superman. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.